This was the elite era of Nevermind the Buzzcocks. This was the best this show has ever been, was when Simon Amstell was hosting it. He was still obviously riding the success of the Celebrity Big Brother season that he was on, so he gets invited to some panel shows. I don't know if he did any research on Nevermind the Buzzcocks or not, because this was not a show to go on if you can't, like, take the piss out of yourself and your family and shit like that. Like, this is not the show to go on if you don't have a sense of humour like that. Know who else's appearance was elite on this show? Dappy from N-Dubs. TV gold, that man. But anyway, let's talk about Preston and Chantal. Now, right off the bat, Simon Amstell didn't really hold back against Preston. He sort of just introduced him as, you know, the guy from that band that you don't know. And Preston immediately had this face of thunder, like he was not going to take any joke. And why are you here? Why are you on this show if you can't take a joke and laugh? Otherwise, it's just going to be awkward. You've made this awkward for yourself. But anyway, they're going through, like, the next few bits of the show. And in amongst all the segments, Simon Amstell was just taking a pause to read from Chantal's autobiography. Wasn't doing anything other than reading her own book, which in theory is why she wrote it, for people to read it. But obviously this wasn't in good spirits. This was because the stuff that he was reading made her sound dumb. Would read like a passage about when she was being a Paris Hilton lookalike and how the worst thing about it was how it affected her hair. And other interesting things you like to read about in books. And I can't really explain it too much. You just have to watch.
Preston appeared on Celebrity Big Brother and then married the winner, Chantal. Preston was worried it would alienate hardcore Ordinary Boys fans, but luckily, neither of them were in the country. Or existed. Preston is angry now, I can't continue.
I'm fine.
Okay. Preston, any ideas?
Not really, I'm just still a bit upset about what you said at me at the beginning, so I'm talking to
Well, you know, you can't go on Big Brother and get away with it.
Well, that's basically
The Paris Hilton work was a low point for me. It wasn't what I wanted to be doing. And on top of that, it caused me some real problems with my hair. What? It's a good... Haven't you read it? I don't want to spoil the ending for you. The photo shoot was for the Daily Mail, which made me feel really posh and upmarket.
Oh, you're I'll see you later. I can't
What?
Sorry.
Oh, no, Preston, come on.
I'm seriously going on.
Preston, we're having fun. Come on, Preston. Oh, no, we can't lose Preston.
I guess he thought he's been voted out.
Yeah. He just left. And they replaced him with a random from the audience, and I'm sure it was a better show because of it.
In Liverpool Airport, it's September the 11th. Tensions are high, and passengers are starting to get restless.
Finally, you know, I've been waiting in that queue for like 15 minutes. It's not very efficient. Well, can't you just put me on a flight, like the next flight then?
The next flight we could get you on wouldn't be for 3 days.
3 days? Well, I had this booked months ago, so...
Well, we weren't really sure a terrorist attack was going to happen, were
right,
we?
yes, obviously I know. But that happened, like, in America. I'm going to Benidorm. People die every day, okay? But me and the line dancing girls don't get to go to Benidorm every day.
Passenger Lindsay Johnson has arrived for her 11 o'clock flight to Chicago. But she doesn't seem to understand what the problem is.
I have to see my boyfriend in Chicago, so... Cancelled. No, that's quite impossible. We have things to do, so just... Any of the next ones going out in the next hour, I'll jump on that one.
As no one can seem to get through to her, it's time for customer service associate Jane Bolton to deliver the news.
Sorry, I assumed you would have seen on the news there are absolutely no flights going to the States. But I'll get on one in an hour. It's not a problem. I just want to know where to go. I don't think you get the gravity of this. There are no flights going to the States. They've closed American airspace. I don't think they do that. I've never heard of them doing that before. What's happened? Well, there was the attack. Oh yeah, no, I know all that, but that was in New York. It's nowhere near Chicago. Yes, but to ensure everyone's safety, they've closed all American airspace. That's very dramatic. Surely they wouldn't have. I'm sorry, do you know what happened? Like, in New York, thousands of people are dead. I guess, but... When am I going to get to see my boyfriend? You do not understand the amount of people I've had today tell me that they don't care that 3,000 people are dead. Now, my kids would like to go to Fuerteventura. At least your kids are alive, Barbara, you know.
Hello, the Papa Man in Germany speaking. Can I help? I am going to sue you. This is unbelievable. Do you know how much trouble you're in? This is fraud. Okay, I'm sensing you have a lot of big feelings about this situation. You have stolen over £900 from me. You understand that's stolen? Okay, did you have a reservation here yesterday? If you could give me your name, I can look up the charges. Well, there shouldn't have been any charges. You have fraudulently charged my card, okay? This is fraud, you know. Okay, if I could just get the name on that card to double check. How did you even get my bank details? You can't just charge my card without my permission. Okay, I'm just gonna cut you off now. From the number that you're calling me from, I've searched the reservation. Is it Karen? Am I speaking to Karen? Well, yes. So you came in here last night with your party of 20, correct? Yes, I did. I spent a lot of money in your establishment and you still steal from me? Ugh. But that's not exactly true, is it, Karen? Because you tried to dine and dash. You tried to leave without paying. Well, of course I would have paid, but you can't just charge my card without my authorization. Look, Karen, you're the one who made the reservation, right? Well, yes. And when you made the reservation, it asked for your card details so that we can put a card on file because it was such a big booking. Remember? Yes, of course. So then when you ran up a bill of nearly £1,000 and walked out without paying, we charged it to the card that you gave us. Does that make sense? But I didn't give you permission to charge that card for the whole table. No, you did. When you make the reservation and you put down a card, it also says in the fine print that if we don't have a form of payment, the full balance will be charged to this card. So you gave us full permission, actually, bitch. But there were 19 other people that you couldn't have charged their card. You had to charge my card. Why would we? We already had your card. Ugh, this is not fair. Yeah, that's not really my problem. My advice, find some new friends who don't leave you with a £1,000 bill at a pub. Bye now.
So, talk me through this week.
Well, me and Jake have really been going through it this week. I just feel like he doesn't listen.
Duh, he's a guy. All guys are incapable of listening across the board. When me and Jack were still together, he was incapable of, not making the conversation about himself. It wasn't about how I was feeling or how I was trying to express how I was feeling. It was about him. He would always turn the conversation, make it about himself. He'd just hijack the whole conversation and just make it about something else. What were we talking about again?
And that just took me back to, well, how my father used to be.
Don't even get me started. Jack knew I hated how my dad would talk to me. And any time we got into an argument, he would talk just like him. I mean, they never met, but Jack studied up. He knew what he was doing. Jack would purposely push my buttons, though. I'd be watching Real Housewives, and he would breathe so loudly next to me. Just had no consideration for anyone else, that boy.
Anyway, so Jake...
No, honey, his name is Jack.
Okay, but I'm talking about my boyfriend Jake right now.
Okay. I guess this is all about you today.